Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to enter Game 5 between Violet and Demuslim. The excitement is palpable. People are on the edge of their seats. Let's throw it over to MrBitter and Rotterdam.
Thank you, Clutch.
They already did, man.
We've been here the whole time.
Yes.
Oh, man. Game number 5 about to be underway. Abyssal City will be our 5th and final map. What a great map to close it out on.
Ah, that's a map that we often, if there's one map where we've seen Demuslim play Mac as well, it's been this map. He played Mac earlier this season against Stefano on this map. Did not go very well. It's the only series that Demuslim lost. He went 7-1 in the regular season. Just lost against his teammate. As we mentioned before, Violet undefeated so far in the NASL.
Hasn't dropped a single series. Dropped a couple of maps, but for the most part has been untouchable.
But Demuslim is really pushing it to the limit here.
He is.
Anything is possible. For all the people at home who just tune in, wondering what did you guys miss so far, this is the third quarterfinal. The first quarterfinal of the day went between Golden and TSL Polt. Polt managed to win and advance to the semifinals with a 3-1 score. But some excellent games if you're Terran or Zerg, or if you just enjoy the matchup. I think it's definitely worth checking out those games.
Yep, our second quarterfinal match of the day was Hero versus Tasia. Hero continues to assert his dominance over his teammate.
I really feel kind of like unfortunate for Tasia as well, because obviously Hero's playing fantastic and he's doing pretty much everything right. But it's also just everything is falling his way. Whenever he's going for the 4-gate, like imagine if Tasia would just go for a no-gas fast expand and have 2 bunkers over there, you know, or like something along those lines. But no, right on the moment when those units move out, he would wipe in behind it. And this is just one of those moments, man, when you're cursed.
Here we are in our third quarterfinal of the day. EG's Demuslim just tied it up 2-2 against Azubu Violet. These guys are both playing some of the best StarCraft I've ever seen.
It's really awesome to see Demuslim play the StarCraft. There's always been, he's always had a lot of fans. There's always been a lot of hype around him, and we all know that he can shine. And it's awesome to see him, really shine on this big stage like this. And it would be fantastic for him and his career if he takes his final map.
I would love it. I would love to see the Devil Terran in the semifinals. I would love to see Violet in the semifinals. They're both phenomenal players, but you know, I've got to say, a little part of me wants to see one more Terran in the top 4.
I think a lot of people in this house are going to agree with you, man. Even though Violet is like also such an awesome guy, and we've known Violet for such a long time, so it's really kind of like a heartbreaking best of 5 for us.
Yeah, either way, we say goodbye to a good friend of ours.
Either way, I see an ex-teammate, or either way, like a guy that you used to live with for over a year. For the people who don't know, Demuslim and me lived together in Germany for a long time, and we had a lot of fun. It was awesome.
So it's bittersweet. The upside is either way, we get to congratulate a good friend on a fantastic tournament as we move on to our 5th and final map, guys. Abyssal City. Okay. I am so hyped. I'm so excited.
I'm just so excited and curious to find out who is going to take it, man. Who is going to advance in the semifinals, where they will face the winner of, sort of, against Hyun. So I am really stoked for that ZVZ as well, even though we've seen so many ZVZs, and I know a lot of people out there are probably not the biggest ZVZ fans anymore. But when it's Hyun, Ben, I'm always excited. And it's awesome to see a Swedish player like sort of go up against Hyun on a big stage like the NASL. Like sort of could win a lot of money as well, man.
Sort of is a great Zerg versus Zerg player. He's it might be his best matchup. We've seen him beat a lot of great Zergs.
And like just before we really kick into this game, I was watching downstairs a little bit, watching the guys play. I saw sort of meet Polt on ladder this morning, and man, sort of looked good. He was all over the place. He was fast. He was quick. I was really kind of blown away. We're standing behind him. Like that's always the first moment. Like, you see players online and you judge his skill and you see like, okay, I think this guy is that good. But the moment you stand behind them, that's often when something like really blows you away or not. And well, I was damn impressed with Sort of.
I was blown away by Sort of this morning when I saw his Roddy pose.
More about that later, guys.
All right, guys, here we go. Game 5, the final map between Demuslim and Violet, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Abyssal City. The red Zerg, Azubu Violet. And his opponent, the blue Terran player representing the evil geniuses. Let's hear it for Demuslim.
Violet drone scouting once more. I really do think that this has something to do with the fact that they played against each other a lot on ladder, and Demuslim, as I said, he's not afraid to bust out an 11-11, and you certainly in game 5, man, you don't want to get caught off guard like that. Good depot there by Demuslim. Gets the drone stuck in the main base once more. Nice little mineral trick here by Violet as well.
Both players on top of it. Violet harassing the Muslim kind of by
This drone just seems like he's like nibbling forever. He's like,
denying some mining there. Marine will catch the drone, and eventually he is doomed to live a shortened life. He will never be a hatchery.
Could have been an instructor, but
yeah, he could have aspired to that.
Oh, Violet trying to pull his drones over here, trying to kill this SCV immediately, but the Muslim right-click, got the SCV out there in time. It always feels nice, like the smallest things in a game like this. Now the Muslim is already thinking, nice, you lost a little bit of mining time. I'm ahead.
He also got a critical scout, saw the very early extractor from Violet. Now, Violet, for the past 2 games, maybe even past 3 games, has played a very gasless style. Yep. Big macro style. It's been working out well for him. But this time he changes it up. Early extractor opens up a lot of possibilities. Could be aggression.
Could just be speed.
Could just be speed. Could just be for map control.
But that's Violet's strength, and as you said before, he's so unpredictable, and he's so good at playing different styles as well. Like, I really don't think you can say, like, oh, Violet really excels at this or that. No, he's just a very all-around complete player who loves to be hyper-aggressive, who's just attacking all the time.
And it is just going to be for speed, Kev. He's got 1 drone still on gas after starting that Zergling speed, so that will allow him to, get a Baneling nest, go up the lair, what have you. But the primary focus of Violet's opening is to get that early Zergling speed for some map control. And
that's quite nice for the Muslim, because of course, despite getting that early speed, Violet is not really going to produce a lot of links, so there's not really anything for the Muslim to worry about. And the Muslim, on the other hand, is opening super economic this game once more, going for triple orbital. He did scout this time. But that's the only thing. Other than that, this is going to, of course, work out quite well, because those 3 drones, which were mining gas, could have potentially been 3 drones on the minerals.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Very curious to see when Violet takes a 3rd base or when Violet moves up to some higher tech. He's still just mining gas with a single drone, so it doesn't look like he's any sort of rush to get a layer. Demuslim, in the meantime, has finished that 3rd command center. Once again, he's playing a very, very greedy style of Terran.
Despite scouting that extractor, man, the Muslim is not afraid, and I think we're going to have to applaud him for that. He could be overly paranoid and perhaps not go with the builds that he would normally like to go for after that Roach play by Violet on Cloud Kingdom, but the Muslim is still just going to go for it. Has 4 Marines, has 1 bunker though, but that's about it. Other than that, he really doesn't have anything. But he's still just continuing with the play that he had in mind, and that's good.
Violet is going to make a small swell of Zerglings, 6 Lings on the production tab. That'll allow him to get out on the map and sort of scout around some, but he's not making any sort of bold moves, no big transitions. Double Evo chamber going down. He has returned to mining gas with 6 drones, 3 in his main base, 3 in his natural where he's taken a 2nd extractor.
Of course, guys, so much on the line right now, not just the tournament live, but the winner of this series guarantees himself of at least $5,000. Even if you finished 4th in the tournament, you still pick up $5,000, so this is a super important best of 1.
Little Zergling run by, kills a single SCV, but every Ling goes down.
I think the Muslim can live with that.
I think he'll be happy with it.
Yep. Of course, the Muslim once more producing Hellions, gonna get that Banshee out there as well. I must say on Ohana, I really like the control of the Muslim with his Hellions, with the Banshee. Violet, of course, never really got super far out of position. Got the Queen's transfusions down just in time, but at the end of the day, he didn't really kill the Hellions, so the Muslim did very well there. Nice
scout by the Muslim, confirms that the 3rd base is down. Also confirms that there's no drones there, so he knows that his opponent hasn't gone crazy on the drone numbers just yet. If you look at the income tab, we can see it, 44 harvesters to 40.
That's close, man. That's closer than it was in previous games. And certainly with these Hellions and that Banshee making its way across the map, it is very unlikely that Violet is going to saturate this base in the near future.
Yeah, he's going to try. He's still making drones, but if nothing else, the Muslim's going to force him to make a couple of Spore Crawlers, and that's kind of indirectly killing a couple of drones. Hellions still poking around, still see no workers there. Violet right now is still playing his standard as he's getting those upgrades, getting that Baneling nest.
The Muslim lost focus on those Hellions just for a tiny bit, as he was probably looking at those 4 Links in his net. He was going to lose 1 Hellion immediately. Is there enough energy? Oh, he could have focused that Queen down, I think.
Killed that Queen,
because that was the high energy Queen.
Especially with her being off creep, but just playing it safe, doesn't want to take any chances.
Man, this is, I can't blame him, man.
This is it, man.
Space Shark is here as well. That's always nice to know.
Everything is on the line. This is the culmination of 9 weeks of StarCraft, of a very exciting
first drones are here, man. A couple of Links out on as well. 10 more Links in production. Right now there are 24 Links on the map. That should potentially be enough. The Muslim has to be careful where he positions those Hellions.
Oh, this is a dangerous spot. He's going to be completely surrounded. That's a great angle for Violet. Every Hellion is going to be trapped. Oh, actually,
so far.
The Muslim squeezes back into a corner. And he will kill those lings. 3 Hellions will live to fight another day. Even roasting a couple of drones
these
there.
are like the cardboard animation Hellions, just driving by, killing a drone at a time.
Finally, they all get cleaned up. A costly exchange for both players. I think, honestly, I think Violet killing off all the Hellions is gonna breathe a sigh of relief. He
Probably
takes
still
away
better, but it could have been even worse for Demuslim, because for a moment it looked like he wasn't even going to be able to kill all of those lings, and he ended up killing most of those lings and picked up 3-4 drones on the way. So not as bad as it could have been, but it definitely could have been better as well.
At the same time, there was a little bit of Zergling harass in the natural expansion. A couple more SCVs were picked off by Violet. So the overarching state of the game right now, 49 Harvesters to 66 Harvesters, with, of course, the Zerg player at the advantage. The army supplies are pretty close. Demuslim at 19 army supply, 13 army supply for Violet.
Macro hatchery is going down for Violet, and the Spire is ready, but this time, man, it's not going to be for 7 Corruptors. This is Violet falling back to Muda play.
Yeah, and I don't think this is something that Demuslim will ever expect. There are no turrets. He has no idea. He's been very conservative with his orbital energy, meaning he has not been scanning. This
is normally a phase of the game where it's likely for him to throw down a scan, though, but it's so hard to figure out where that Spire is exactly. Where is it? I can't even find it. I don't even have scan.
I have no idea. It's in the natural.
Oh,
it's underneath.
It's underneath the Overlord.
So even if it were scanned, it might be hard to spot. First Mutas are on the map. They're going to swing around the top half. Violet taking a 4th base right now.
There is a Viking over here, though. That Viking might say hello.
Lost Viking.
Hello.
Lost himself, but found the Mutalisk. Surprise. So there's finally at least a couple seconds of notice for Demuslim to frantically get back into position. He's going to throw down 2 turrets immediately.
In the Marines position, not really yet. He has 39 Marines on the map, though.
But he does have stim, but no stim. He has stim, but no combat shields. Marines will stim and dart up. Muta's going to pick off a couple of SCVs, but they have to kind of get out of there.
I love how Violet already has a couple of links on the south side of the map. Immediately probably going to run them in as soon as he thinks there are no units securing that third base for the Muslim.
It's only 6 lings, but it's enough to be very annoying. They'll kill at least a handful of SCVs here.
Violet is doing that so well throughout this entire map already, always sending in those small squads of units. No cancel on that bunker.
Yeah, bunker will die, but the command center is left pretty much untouched.
Oh, those Mutas are sort of like trapped right now.
Awkward spot. They're going to try to do some harassing in the natural. They got to be so careful. Demuslim, he's going to stimming up a lot of Marines, maybe overstimming. He's losing a ton of SCVs at the same time. Mutas will be chased away. 17 workers killed so far. But now we've got Mutalisks in Hotel California. Gun.
I always want to be a ghost.
Yeah, these Mutas are pretty much, well, Demuslim hasn't left any Marines in the natural. But those Mutas are more or less trapped. They're committed to this spot, and they're not going to be able to get out anytime soon.
Kind of like Daybreak.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is for Violet once more, though, he killed 10 SCVs. It's not massive, but after all those small harassment, it's already adding up. 17 workers killed throughout this entire game. On the other side of the map, we can see the Muslim trying to go for his first drop, but there are 2 Banelings and there are a couple of Zerglings over here as well. The Muslim picks up 3 Marines in the last moment.
No real damage dealt there. Now, the best thing about all of this for Violet is the fact that he's taken away any of Demuslim's ability to get out on the map. He's bought himself infinite time, Kev. Hive is finishing up. Spire, as we know, is already down. 2-2 upgrades. Pathogen glands, those are both finishing as well. So we're going to see a lot of Infestors and a lot of Broodlords really soon.
These Mutas going to fly in these Marines immediately. There are not that many Marines, though, so they will be able to take it out. 1 Muta did fall already. But the Muslim once more is going to have to retreat with a lot of Marines.
A little careless that he didn't add at least a single turret there. And these Mutas are going to continue to do some damage. They will ultimately all fall.
Only 1 remaining, that's fine.
1 lonely Muta.
83 drones right now for Violet, 55 SCVs for the Muslim. Violet's going to engage his army right now. There are a lot of links and banelings.
The Muslim needs some great splitting. There's no baneling speed, so anything's possible. With the Zergling numbers are just overwhelming, and the Muslim forced to back off. He's in a little bit of trouble here as Violet continues to assert his control of the map and of this game.
Yeah, that was not the Muslim's entire army. That was pretty much all of the units that Violet had, and he already had a small unit advantage. So that was an impossible fight. Once more, of course, excellent creep threat by Violet. I cannot mention it enough.
And Violet right now just chilling out in the center of the map, has everything going for him. Demuslim forced to sit back and be defensive, stuck on 3 bases against his Zerg opponent who's working off of 4 bases right now. Could probably take a 5th about now.
Baneling speed is about to finish up. We see Hive Tech finished already. Great Spire is more than halfway done. And Violet is obviously feeling really comfortable right now with all of his units in the middle of the map, just waiting for that Great Spire to finish up. Starting those +3 upgrades now as well.
Yeah, and the worst part of it all is the Muslim doesn't seem to realize that the Broodlord transition's coming, and it's coming so fast. That Great Aspire is going to be done at 16 minutes and 50 seconds or so.
And I mean, Violet has been doing it in all different ways, in all different routes throughout this entire best of 5. Sometimes he gets corrupted, it just goes ultra. Sometimes he just goes ultra straight up. And now he's actually, for the first time, just going straight up immediately to Broodlords.
Drop at the top half of the map is going to float right over some Zerglings and Banelings. The Muslim, of course, well aware of everything, is not going to walk into that. At the same time, he's thinking about using this drop to push forward, but there's a big Zerg army waiting for him. Violet sees everything, and he's going to come crashing in with the Zerglings and the Banelings, and that is a great engagement for Violet. Catches everything in the middle of the map. All of the Muslim's units get crushed, and if he was in trouble before, he's in big trouble now, Kev.
Yeah, but he does have this small drop perhaps working for him on the top side of the map. He's going to have to focus down the Banelings. No, Violet is just everywhere, and he always has a couple of units in most positions to deal with drops, and that was not a great engagement.
Violet has just gone into Super Saiyan mode, man. His power level's over 9,000.
Sporecrawler and Spinecrawler over here are going to be able to deal with this drop as well, or at least buy a lot of time. The Muslim is going to stim, try to pick off a couple of drones. But that's not the end of the world for Violet, as he's up to 82. The Muslim still does have 72 SCVs, man. He's throwing up additional starports. He is having an additional orbital already. He wants to secure that fort base.
But he's badly out of position for this attack. Kevin, tons of Lings making their way down into the Muslim's third. I don't know if he can defend it. Marines are going to try to hold the line here. Siege Tank's doing great work, but so many Zerglings.
So many Zerglings, lots of SCVs fall. These starports do get killed or / cancelled as well. And that's just another big blow to the Muslim.
Right now, the Muslim reeling at 120 supply. Violet up at about 190. He's making his Broodlords. He's asserting his position. The Muslim will retake this this third base, but he's doing it off of only 47 SCVs, off of 3 orbitals. He's in a lot of trouble.
He is in a lot of trouble, certainly because his main and his natural are about to mine out. So that means that he's going to be down to 1 mining base. He had that command set over here for a while. Want to secure that 4th base, but...
It's been almost impossible, Kevin. The creep spread, excellent. The activity of Violet has been excellent. He's been so aggressive this entire game.
Even if it's with just 4 links, he's always doing something. He's always being annoying, always delaying everything for, even if it's just 10 to 15 seconds, those things, they add up so incredibly much.
And on the back of all of it, Broodlords in play.
Army supply is quite close, though, because the Muslim lost so many workers. It's surprisingly close.
Yep, 105, army supply to 108 with an incredible engagement. The Muslim could still make anything happen. And critically, Violet has not built a single infestor.
Nope. We see another pretty big drop right now going on to the main base of Violet. And Violet, for the first time, does not have any units waiting for this drop. He's still not reacting to it as well. He's just going to attack.
He's going to let it go. He's going to try to win the game right now. He's got to be very careful because, as we pointed out, this Terran army is just as big as the Zerg army. Infestation Pit and Spawning Pool both stand to die here.
Violet is really going to have to cross his army of the Muslim. Otherwise, everything is still possible.
He is trying to give chase for it.
The
Muslim's going to kill both the Infestation Pit and the Spawning Pool. His army is very exposed in the center of the map. Siege tanks sieging up. There's nothing to protect the tanks from the Broodlords. There's nothing to protect the Marines from the Zerglings and the Banelings.
Pick up the units and try to get out of there.
The Muslim needs to evacuate with something. He's going to lose so many units. Every siege tank will fall. The Marines battered back.
Great positioning once more, though. He's going to pick off as many links as possible.
Yes, he will, and he has killed the Spawning Pool. He has killed the Infestation Pit.
He's going to work on the hive right now. With 5 Marines? Or
5 Marines, man. That's a big job, but somebody's got to do it.
The Violet is so rich, though. Army-wise, it's so even. It's so incredibly even right now. Great positioning again on this mineral. Even though there is no mineral line, the Muslim is using it.
Violet can't make anything right now. Oh, 2 Banelings! Hero Banelings save the day. And the Muslim's attack does get shut down. 145 supply to 180, 94 army supply to 90. The Muslim is hanging in there.
Yeah, the only thing is the bank. Violet still has such a big bank. He's making 11 more drones. I actually think that's a mistake, as he's already up to 81 drones. Maybe he's just getting tons of spines and spores.
Has to be for spine crawlers and spore crawlers. Corruptors will shut down these medevacs.
Wow, that could really be the downfall of Violet if he just keeps making drones.
It's you know, many Zerg players have died to that in the past, man. It's easy to overdrone. In this case, Violet's gone up to 91 workers.
We do have 7 infestors on the map, and that is, of course, going to be incredibly important. The Muslim going for another big drop. Violet quite far off position. He's going to send a couple of links and mains, but that's not going to be enough. He needs to send more.
And this is also the expansion where the Infestation Pit is. So once again, the Muslims striking at the heart of Violet's tech. Banelings do connect with a few Marines.
The Baneling.
But for the most part, Demuslim's keeping these units alive. Bane's still kind of trickling
this is going very well for Demuslim. He's also trying to advance his position on the south side of the map. Fungals did land though.
Oh, and these are good Fungals. Viking count is not that high. There's only 8 Vikings on the map against 12 Corruptors.
Oh, but the Corruptor's taking a lot of damage from the Marines right now.
Oh, this is excellent play by Demuslim. Kills a lot of Corruptors with those Marines. If he can clean up the Corruptors, anything's possible. Demuslim dropping everywhere
all over the map right now. Demuslim in Devil Terran mode.
Killing an expansion in the center of the map. He's killed the expansion at the top of the map. He's still active with those medevacs.
No way.
His army is still being very, very active. Violet's trying to remax on a lot of Zerglings. Demuslim's at only 120 supply.
Oh, these Marines are in great position right now, taking out so many additional links.
Oh, these Marines will eventually be cleaned up, but they're doing some great damage. Vikings a little bit overexposed will go down.
Violet down to pretty much 1 mining base now as well though, Ben.
And it's 56 army supply to 115. Violet, though, is enjoying a big advantage, at least in that regard. 73 probes to 50. Demuslim has secured a new base. If he can stay safe for 2 or 3 minutes, anything is possible.
Exactly. He needs to stay safe a little longer. He needs to get those Marine count up once more. 6 infestors survived the fight, and 5 more are on the way. So that, of course, is going to be awesome for Violet. Violet trying to retake the position, or the base on the 12 o'clock position of this map. But Demuslim going to try to drop once more.
This is the right thing. This is the way you keep Violet out of your face. You continue harassing, but he's got to find openings. Violet is going to push down towards this 6 o'clock expansion. Demuslim's only remaining mining base. Big drop up at the top half of the map. That's a great position, but Zerglings and Banelings are going to trickle in, and it's going to force Demuslim to lift up and evacuate.
Does stay alive though. 4 Vikings at once being produced right now. We only have 4 Vikings though, 2 Taurs, and we have 26 Marines. Where are the infestors are not with this army. Oh, here they come.
Yeah, infestors are kind of coming in a little bit late to the party. I think this command center is doomed to live a short life, Kevin, as it is burning right now. Corruptor's taking a lot of damage from the Broodlords, but the Zerglings are going to stream in, and Demuslim will tap out. Great series from Demuslim. Incredibly spirited play. Violet will advance barely.
Wow. I did really think that was an excellent, excellent TVZ series. Every single game besides the Cloud Kingdom one was exciting till the very end. I think Demuslim played excellent StarCraft. It's very sad to see him not make that jump to the semi-final, because I know a lot of people would have loved to see him finally have that big success on the major stakes. But no one cannot say that he did not live up to the same Demuslim as we saw in the online season, as we saw the offline season right now.
Some of the best StarCraft I think Demuslim has ever seen, and even though he will not advance to the semifinals, 40,000 people got to see him play some of the best TVZ ever shown on this kind of a stage. Fantastic games from Demuslim. Let's have a round of applause for him. And it's not the last we'll see of Demuslim. Tomorrow at about 2 p.m. we will be hosting a Heart of the Swarm free-for-all. Demuslim will be playing in it, so you guys will see him there. Chance of $500 and a chance to show off his hot skills as well. Our winner advancing to the semifinals, Azubu Violet, is on the couch with Zoe. Let's throw it over to her corner, see what they have to say.
Thank you very much, guys. I am now joined by the winner of this amazing series. Violet, give it up for that guy. That was impressive. And you got a new little friend here as well. So let's talk a little bit about the games. The first one you unfortunately lost. Still a very great game to watch. The second one you ended very quickly. Was that due to the fact that you knew that he's feeling very comfortable on the map?
After first game, he was a really greedy started. So, and he also 1-0 head. So I think he will try to more greedy like second game. So I tried to make 10 loads push, and yeah, he actually really greedy, and also he make it like blue flame Helion, so it's like really higher counter I did, so it's kind of lucky, but yeah.
Well, it did work out for you. So in the third game, I think, I don't know, like watching it was really interesting. It kind of felt like Demuslim should have attacked earlier. What were your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think made you win that game?
Third game?
The third one.
What was map?
The third was, well, I'm sure I wrote that down somewhere, Whirlwind. Yeah.
Favorite Cloud Kingdom.
Whirlwind. It was Whirlwind, right? Yeah, it was Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Like you both went into macro game kind of style. I don't think there was any early aggression whatsoever. And it just felt like he should have attacked.
Yeah, after first game, my crisp rate is not that good. So in second game, I just saw like kind of all in. So don't need a creep spread. The third game, I just focus on creep spread because this is a really important. It's like link banning style. So and I work hard, and when he come under my creep spread, I just surround this like a couple times. After that, I think, oh, I can make this game. Yeah.
So you guys are facing off against each other fairly a lot of times. I mean, he told me that on Leather, you're seeing each other a lot. Did you expect to win? Were you confident going up against him, or did you thought it's going to be a tough one?
At IPL, I be pulled, so my confidence is really good, and so I think I can make it like at least 3-1. But he playing really good, and yeah, actually he's really good player.
Well, we did see that, and so were you. You did advance, so once more, congratulations. Thanks a lot for joining me here for the interview. Once more, give it up for Violet. And of course, also for Demuslim. Top players, that was amazing to watch. We're going to throw it over to commercial, and then we're back with the next game.